An awkward meeting of the minds today when owners of the numbers businesses here in New Providence met with pastors over the gambling debate as a referendum looms putting the question to the electorate on whether the gambling should be legalized. The We Care Coalition, a group of gambling house operators, sought to convince the church leaders that there's more to the numbers business than meets the eye. Altavis Munnings has this ZNS exclusive.
They've never met before, but Tuesday's initial top-level meeting between numbers owners and New Providence-based pastors that lasted for about 90 minutes clarified any misconceptions or concerns about the numbers business and the proposed referendum on gambling. The We Care Coalition listened attentively and respectfully to the concerns of the religious leaders. You see, these numbers business owners want to focus more on education rather than discrimination to ensure every Bahamian who may or may not participate in the referendum and attend thousands of churches across New Providence understand their work.
The pastors, they did express that they will not go out there and tell people to vote yes. But a lot of them said that they will not go there and tell people to vote no. They will also, they themselves will vote no for very obvious reasons. But they said they're not hypocritical, and they said that they know that the gambling does exist and it does go on amongst their members as well. As you know, we would probably make a lot more money if it wasn't legal, but I'm willing to give up the majority of it if need be for the greater good, because what's good is the money we make if we walk on the street and we're dead tomorrow.
Comparing the impact of numbers on the country to Junkanoo, the We Care Coalition, chaired by Sebastian, fully supports the government's pending referendum. The group collectively employs 3,000 Bahamians, and an approved numbers business would lift the high level of uncertainty that clouds it.
The customers will basically feel much better because they're not locked up when they patronize these various businesses. And the employees, they're not discriminated when they go to banks for loans and different things. They no longer have to lie about where they work, and it's just gonna put closure to a lot of issues that it stems down from not just buying the number, but all the way down from the people that we rent from.
Now, the coalition's ultimate objective is to help with the social ills facing the country, particularly crime. For many years, they've anonymously contributed to those in need. The group also plans to pitch ideas to the government on regulating the industry.
People wake up, just go to bed just to dream about a number sometime, and everything revolves around a number. I find myself sometimes driving behind a car, and if I see anything going on with the license plate, I feel like I want to buy that as well. To call it gambling is a derogatory word in a sense. It's more like cultural wagering, is what I would say.
Mount Calvary Baptist Church pastor Bishop Philip McPhee facilitated the meeting on Tuesday and is satisfied that both groups are on one accord.
We came here to hear the truth, and then later on from this meeting to go back to our congregations and give the truth to them so they will understand what this referendum is all about. So we would want them to encourage basically those who are not strong enough to resist going into a web shop early on Sunday morning. If they gotta go, let them come to church first. Maybe the sermon might prevent them from going later on.
The We Care Coalition hinted they believe the government's referendum on the numbers business and not gambling will happen in either October or November of this year. Altavis Munnings, ZNS News.
Now, the We Care Coalition has reportedly been giving back to the community anonymously for quite some time, and with the government's proposed gambling referendum looming, the group will become more visible in its community outreach. Chairman Sebastian outlined some of the initiatives on the agenda.
We're going to start off with a walk against crime that's going to come up in the upcoming weeks, as well as we have a gun buyback program that we're planning, that we're going to buy a lot of the guns off the street. So ourselves collectively, aside from numbers, whether it's legal or not legal, we feel that we have a mandate, and we feel that we have an obligation because of the position we find ourselves in today to try and assist the government as much as possible in the fight against crime.